So, we've had a change of plan. Hey everybody, we are back in the bus. I know we've been doing a lot of backpacking and hiking videos this summer because the bus is broken. We're not happy about that, but we are going to do some work here today. I'm going to do in the fans. I'm going to put the little plastic cowling that goes in there. I'm going to put that up there, and then a 2-inch by 1/4-inch thick strip of plywood. I'm going to build a frame around that, and I'm probably going to do the trim pieces there, as much of them as I can, and I'm going to put the seat belts in for the couch and any other busy work that I can find. Right now the bus, as you know, is down. The engine is not starting. I put a new fuel pump in, electric fuel pump. It's getting lots of fuel. I'm going to make a separate video of this because it was a very disappointing day when the engine wouldn't start still. I had a friend of mine, Ken, thank you very much Ken. He's a heavy duty mechanic and probably one of the best mechanics I've ever met in my life. He came over here on Thursday, this past Thursday, and did a bunch of rummaging around the engine and diagnosing, and we did find what seems to be the problem. It's the IPR valve, the injection pressure regulator valve. The internal workings of the electrical connection are loose. So I'm not going to go into details about that in this video. I'll do a separate video about all that. I just have the wrong wrench to take it out. We were wrong on the size. I probably should have Googled it first. So we were close. We were only off by a 16th, but that 16th is all the difference. Anyway, I'm not even going to show you that piece because that's going to be in a separate video all by itself. But I am going to get the plastic pieces that go in here. I'm going to measure that. I'm going to cut it. And it is hot in here. I think I'm going to get the battery out of the camper, which is also the battery for the inside of the bus. And I'm going to put that in here and get these fans going and pop the windows open because, whew, it's hot. All right, I'm gonna shut this fan off for a minute. It's very loud. So this is the plastic cowling or whatever it is. It goes around the trim piece anyway. It goes up in here around the fan. It just finishes it off nicely. You have to cut it to the length you need. So I need to adjust for the wiring that's here. I've got to cut a notch for the wiring to drop into. And I'm just going to measure. It drops up inside here. There's a rim all the way around. So I'm going to measure the depth, and then I'm going to cut it so that it drops down to just level with here most of the way around, because we're not using the plastic piece on here. So we're going to cut a piece off of here and use this piece because we're going to put a wooden trim on the outside. Oh, hopefully I can make that and make it look decent. But that's the plan. I'm going to measure that with the, I don't have it in here, my combination square. I'm just going to take the metal ruler out of it, measure up this depth here, cut one of these to fit, hopefully do it right, because I don't want it to be too short because then it'll rattle as we're going down the road. So I'd rather it was a little tight than loose. So that's what I'm doing right now. I apologize if that's loud, but it's really warm in here. So I've got the wrench, or the ruler side. I want this to go all the way up, all the way around. Yeah, it's going to be different on the sides because the way the shape of the roof is. Yeah, it's not going to be pretty, I don't think. But we go 3.5 inches all the way around. I'm going to try 3 3/4. I'm going to go 3 3/4 inches on this piece. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm just gonna, I don't know if I want to cut it on. I don't know what I'm gonna use to cut it yet. Not sure. I might do it on the table saw, put a block underneath it and just run it through nice and slow. We'll see what works. Close enough. Block there. Write that on. That should work. I need this distance. Okay, that's cut out. It just pops right in here, inside the plastic. Looks like that'll be perfect. I need to make a notch up in this corner where the wiring comes out for the electrical connection for the fan. So that, I'm just going to drill a hole in it. A couple of holes just to notch it. So, we've had a change of plan. My compound miter saw is not cutting the angles you set it to. So in order for me to make the frame around here, it's not cutting at the right angle, everything is messed up, and I was just getting mad. So we've changed direction. I am going to put the seat belts in for the couch. I'm going to put the toilet seat on. Christina is going to sand this stuff flush so that we can put the baseboard on here, and a little bit of work on the couch for the same reason. But that's where we are right now. And the seat belts are in. They are bolted to the chair rail, the original seat rail that the original seats were bolted to. It was good enough for those big seats, it's good enough for these ones. Okay, it's a little warm in here. As you saw, I have the seat belts put in. Christina is working on smoothing this all out so that I can face it with some 1/2-inch plywood. I'm going to put on the toilet seat now, and what time is it? 4:15. That might be all we do for today. I'm not sure. There's a few things we could still do, but if we do that, I'll show it to you. And there it is. A little bit tighter of a fit than I thought it would be, but it's there. Good to go. This is the first of the trim pieces that we're putting between the walls here to cover the seam on the ceiling. And I'm just gonna staple it up. I'm using 1/2-inch staples for anybody that's worried that I'm going to shoot through and hit some wiring. 1/4-inch ceiling, 1/4-inch trim, 1/2-inch staple will probably stick out maybe a 64th to a 32nd of an inch. Not going to hit anything. I'm going to keep fairly tight together so that we hold it nice and tight. But I'm going to do both sides first. Then I'm going to work my way across from side to side. So don't staple both ends, because what happened was I had a big space in the middle that wouldn't suck up tight, so you need one end to have room to have a little bit of play. So I had to peel it off. I'm leaving the staples in it, which may be another bad idea, but we'll find out as we get down there a little ways. We got a big space right here that I don't think we're going to be able to fix. Yeah, it's just pulling right out. There we go. First trim piece is in. You will notice a lot of staple marks. But when we finish the ceiling, however we decide to treat it, we will fill those in with a little bit of wood filler, and treat it from there. So that's the first one. We've got a few more to go. It is now Tuesday evening, 20 after 8. Starting, sun has gone down. It's getting a little darker. I haven't really done much. Let me show you. Other than the trim, I finished this piece up here. Can you see it? In the bathroom area. I have been spending multiple hours taking this. This is the IPR valve, the injection pressure regulator valve. We are 99% sure that that is what is causing the problems with the engine. So that's all I've been doing, is trying to get that thing out. I had to modify a wrench 3 or 4 different times and then bent it back the other way, and then had to cut the other end off of it to get enough room to get the wrench in behind there and take that out. It is at the back of the engine on the top under the turbo. So suffice to say, I've been very angry and not filming a lot because nobody wants to see me throwing a hissy fit like a 5-year-old, because that's what I do. I throw a hissy fit like a 5-year-old, but this time I didn't throw any tools, so personal growth. But that's where we are now. We will come back in here, not this weekend because sorry, we are going backpacking. Probably our last trip of the year. And then it's back to the bus. So I'm going to be trying to find, I already found 3 different suppliers that have this valve that I could probably have it within a week. So I'm going to make a couple phone calls tomorrow, see if I can get one locally that I can have within a day. And that's it. Yeah, just wanted to finish this video just by telling you what hasn't been going on. I'm still frustrated with my saw. It's going to go in the garbage. I am no longer going to use that. I'm probably going to buy another one this fall and get that trim piece up, both of them. Other than that, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and let me know how crazy you think I am. Thank you.